They're mad at me for dating outside my race. But I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better in my race. I'm gonna keep it 100. My Spanish.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So this video is another black man here bashing black women, especially the African American women, talking about why he does not date the African American women. So he's an actor and I know him from playing Biggie. That's who I know him for. He's an actor. I think his name is Jamal. I can't remember his last name. Okay. He was on the podcast, an interview, and he was talking about why he does not date black women, African American women, and why he likes dating outside that because the women on other culture and races treat him like a king. Mind you, this man talking is single. He has never been married, single. And for me, the conversation just really struck that whole conversation of black women are very aggressive, black women are very materialistic. Our African American women are very materialistic, they are very aggressive, they're very strong, they don't treat their men like king and all that. That's where the conversation go. But there's the response of the doctor there, and which I feel like it's very important. That went on to talk about why African American women are perceived the way they are, where they have to come off strong, they have to be protectors, they have to be guided. She tried to explain it to this man because clearly I guess he did not understand. But yeah, let's go check out this clip that has gone viral. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit longer so that you guys hear what the other doctor said, because I felt like she made a whole lot of points, because she was saying that a lot of time it comes from a place of trauma. So anyway, guys, let's go check out this clip, people's response to it, and then we'll come back and talk. But I want to know what you think down in the comment section.
They're mad at me for dating outside my race. But I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better in my race. I'm gonna keep it 100. My Spanish.
Better.
Well, not better, because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know you said they were doing things better. I wanted to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the
I know
the
you
people,
is. That's
for the
what I'm saying.
culture.
Not better for the culture.
There we go.
Right, not better. I was dating Puerto Rican, I was dating Dominican, I was dating African, I was dating all type of other races besides American black, right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable with...
Give me some examples.
Oh, man. I mean, their mannerisms are different. Like even my Indian one was from one of them countries over there, right? I didn't have to really say much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times with our own American black, they expect so much of us and what we're supposed to do. Like things like if we go out and eat and we just have a nice dinner, we can go anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner. It had to be Rue Chris, or it had to be this, that, or it had to be this, that. Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or a Colombian. They don't care about nothing. They care about you and your household. Even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a difference. Not better, but sometimes we get tired of hearing, working bags, sushi.
Do you think that's fair? Because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that does demand that. And to me, I think it depends on the bait you're using and where you're looking. If you're going to go get a model from Instagram that got the BBL, the snatched in stomach, and has all the things that check off money hungry and surface, you're going to get that. If you're going to meet a girl and through different ways and ask different questions, you're going to find that out a lot earlier on, that what's important to her.
I'm not doubting that, but I'm just talking about even if you look on just a regular dating app and just look at what a woman may state that she requires. You know, I'm saying these things because it feels as if social media, again, is the barometer, okay? And it's the comparison. And when you're comparing yourself to all these other women, and of course, even with the BBLs, because I'm like, that's fine, but I mean...
What's BBL? I'm sorry.
Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, okay. And there's no shade to women that have them. I'm just saying.
I was wondering, I was waiting for it too. I'm like, excuse me?
There's no shade to everyone that has them. I'm just saying, if you're going by just surface things and that's who you're going afterwards, then guess what? She gonna run them pockets.
No, and I'm not, and I want to get your thoughts, Doc, and as well, Amy, as a woman dating or even considering, I think that a lot of times, you know, we do value women, but when you talk about black relationships, I think we all come with some baggage. All right? Now, some of us have some baggage that's not going to fit in the overhead compartment, and some of us have some baggage that you're going to have to pay a whole lot more for to get on this flight. Right? But the reality of it is that's just who we are, and I'm talking about historic. Like, if you're talking about being enslaved, where we were and how we engage each other, there's a lot of elements there. But it can be a little difficult because women have expectations in 2021 that they're watching, and they're very material expectations. I agree with you, Claudia, but I'm simply saying that
not all of them are material.
And I'm not trying to generalize.
It's just
women.
Most of the time it's pointing to American women are more material.
And it's America as a society.
Not better.
Let's bring spirit into this.
And I gave you the space to even edit the better part, right? So and I'm with you on that. But let's say this because you guys both tie in two really important pieces, right? You talk about women who are not African American women, and you talk about the experience and what is the influence here. You mentioned social media, but what you're really missing here is the piece that you talk about, the enslavement part. The culture and the trauma that African American men and women and children have faced in this country is unlike any other group. And so when we talk about trauma, what we know is that Black people have a lot of unprocessed trauma. We have a lot of hurt. We have a lot of harm, not just back then, but right now on the daily, right? And so one of the things that we talk about as professionals within my profession is we talk about how trauma impacts people. And so we love to say, Resma Miniking, one of my favorite colleagues, he says that trauma decontextualized within a person looks like personality. And that trauma decontextualized within a family looks like family traits. And that trauma decontextualized within a people looks like culture. Right. And so when you talk about how African American women present and what they need as it relates to security and finances and the finer things in life, and to look a certain way and to want a certain thing from their man and to have certain expectations, it's because of the trauma that we are still trying to survive. And when we talk about feeling beautiful and the BBLs and the Birkin bags and the wanting the nice things and wanting their men to come with a certain level of care and a certain level of treatment and expectation, we are trying to connect. We are trying to heal with you. We are trying to build with you. But there's so much hurt and trauma that we all have that we don't talk about, that we don't even understand within ourselves, so that we can't find who we're compatible with. Because who we're compatible with is traumatized versions of ourselves.
Spirit, do you think that women and men, women that seek the materialistic things, items, the tangible things, and men that just seek the women for the aesthetics, do you think those are people that kind of just gave up on love and they're just like going for, all right, well, at least I can see this, I can grab onto this?
No, I think it's science. If you really want to know, we are part of the animal kingdom like anything else. And so what the male species chooses is the thing that's biologically beautiful, because what it suggests from a DNA perspective is you're likely to bear my offspring and they will do well. It's survival of the fittest. And what the female species chooses is the male offspring that can provide the most security, because you're going to be able to protect me and our offspring and raise us, and we will do well.
So we're not gold diggers, it's just science.
It's literally biology. It is literally biology.
We have our own different...
Listen, when you see the brothers out there with the rims and the flash and the money and the gold, they're no different than the male peacock that's showing his whole big pretty feathers. Look at me, look at me. And when you see the women that go, show me what you got, show me what you're working with, it's no different than the frog that ribbits the loudest, or the bird that chirps the loudest.
So what do you call a man that's just been providing, that doesn't ask for nothing? What do you call the guys like me who we don't ask for anything?
Oh, but you do.
How?
You may not ask it with your words, but your expectation is there. So when you say, I need that woman that loves me, I need that woman that has my back, so I don't have to say, hey, is that bacon and eggs there? Hey, are those clothes in the drawer?
Not cash-wise. Okay.
So when we talk about compatibility, right, one of the things that I love to say, an acronym that I use is rises, that some relationships rise, some fall. You want one that rises. Rises stands for the different types of intimacy.
Mad at me for dating outside my race, but I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better.
That's why I don't take nothing y'all be saying serious no more. When that gender explains it like that, you have an issue. But when the opposite gender explains it in the exact same way, What do I mean by that? Y'all have been coming on here for years. The last couple years being like, oh, when I date men that look like me, they drag me through the mud. But when I date men that don't look like me, they treat me better. That is what y'all been saying. How many think pieces have we seen about that, fellas? We see it all the time. When that opposite gender says it like that, y'all have no issue being, oh my God, girl, I so understand you. But when he says it, you have an issue with it. And now, this is my personal opinion. I don't think there's a race that does one thing better than the other. I think everybody got their pros and their cons. There's a stereotype that comes with dealing with every ethnicity in this world. So whatever kind of partner you're looking for, go ahead and find that. But I will never sit up there and be like, oh, this ethnicity does this better than this. No, there's a pro to con to dealing with people, whether we talking about men or women.
Oh, just another day with another almost 50-year-old unmarried black man talking about why black women isn't his preference when it comes to dating, because other women, they do more, and black women just, I don't know, we just complain and we're too hard. Well, if you haven't heard, your boy Jamal Woolard, who played the infamous Notorious B.I.G. in Notorious, the movie, decided to sit down at a podcast and give his unsolicited opinion on why he prefers to date other races of women. Listen, as a black woman, we don't care if you date dogs. Just leave us out of your fight and out of your hatred for black women, because we don't give a And yet, still in all, even with you saying that you've received such better treatment from women of other races, you are still unmarried and have not married any of those women from those other races. And then you complain about black women being too strong, but fail to think about why black women have to be so strong. We have to be so strong because a lot of the times we have to be the men in the relationships. We have to be the providers and the protectors, and have to turn around and be your mama and be your punching bag at the same time. You see, you can't brutalize a woman, especially a black woman, and then turn around and try to act like the victim all in the same breath. It is insane to me how many black men refuse to take accountability for the damage that they leave behind when it comes to them dating black women. Black women want to be able to exhale. We want to be able to take a breath. We want to be able to just chill and relax because we know another black man has our back. But unfortunately, for a lot of us, we cannot do that. And I'm sorry, but you're not going to torture me just because somebody in the 3rd grade broke your heart and because you decided that you didn't want to heal from the trauma that your goddamn mama caused you. That's not my fault. And you never ever had a man in your life, someone that you could look to hold you accountable and tell you, son, you need therapy. And this is the way that you need to be as a black man. Yeah, because see, my love, after being brutalized and tormented by a black man, my love has limitations. And sweetie, I voluntarily left my last relationship that I was in with a black man. You know why? Because all of those things that I told you black women have to endure, I went through that. I took care of a black man's kids who were not my kids before I became a mother. I paid all of the bills. He didn't protect or provide a thing. I've had to fend for myself even when I became pregnant with his child. He did absolutely nothing for me but traumatize me. And I had to take it upon myself to go to therapy so that my now don't have to experience the baggage from my last relationship and me dragging it into this new one. Okay? But do you think my bad experience of dating one black man over the span of a decade and having his child deterred me from dating all black men? No, because I know it's not all black men. It's a large majority of them, but it's not all of them. So before you sit there and fix your putrid looking to-be-made movies going straight to DVD ass to sit up there and tell the world why you feel like, dating black women is just so hard, think about the things that you've actually done to black women to make it harder on your motherfucking self.
Get mad at me for dating outside my race. But I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better in my race. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Define better.
My
Define
Spanish,
better.
well, not better, because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know. You said they were doing things better. I wanted to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm going to change that.
I'm trying to save you for the people,
for the culture. Not better. For the culture.
There we go.
Right. Not better. I was dating Puerto Rican. I was dating Dominican. I was dating African. I was dating all type of other really size American black. Right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable with.
Give me some examples.
First of all, why are we asking his fat, fake, big ass about, who cares? Like, why, you know what? But the thing is, there are black men who walk around, first of all, he don't even know the difference between ethnicity and race. That's number one. And cultures. But there are black men that walk around with his mentality, and you see it all the time on the app. And y'all gotta stop this shit. There are plenty of American black women. Now, you can go watch that whole clip, and he just says the same bullshit rhetoric that a lot of these black dudes get on here and talk about. Oh, white women are so much better, Puerto Rican women, blah, 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 blah. And then when you start checking them on that, then it just turns into, well, American women. There are plenty of black American women who will do everything that he went on to name, treat him like a king. So those other ethnicities and races of women and cultures of women treated you like a king and did things that American black women don't do, you claim, but yet you didn't marry not one of those women. Why? Why? If they treated you like the king that you are, or you believe to be, why are you not married to them? And you are on a podcast talking about what you like and what you don't like. If they were, y'all are never married to the demographic of people that y'all claim to be so much better than, whether it's better than black men or better than black women. Y'all are never married to these who are so much better than us. I wonder why, because they don't want y'all. Or as a whole, black people just do not value marriage. Black men specifically, because we're the ones that have to get down and decide to get married to these women. He goes on to then say, oh, well, black American women are materialistic. What woman on this planet does not want resources?
Exactly.
I don't give a where she comes from. What woman on this planet does not want resources from a man? The problem is y'all, as those type of black men, do not value black women enough to think that those black women deserve said resources. Plenty of black women will give their last and treat men like kings. They do all the time because those be the baby daddies and the men that are better than y'all that y'all complain those women give it to, and not y'all because y'all are the nice guy. So it's not that these black American women do not do it. They just don't do it for you. Again, why? But then these same very black men get some money and then they go and then they seek out those other ethnicities, races, and cultures of women. Because subconsciously or consciously, you do not think that black women deserve or rate it. I see black women do any and everything. All the black people that I know that are married, their black American wives treat them like kings. You're just not that. Period, point blank. I saw my grandmother treat my grandfather like a king, and they weren't the richest of people, but he built my grandmother a house with his bare anything that woman needed that was within his means, he did it for her and some, and she did the same for him. So I don't want to hear y'all keep complaining, griping, moaning about black women, American women. Shut up. You just not that. Period, point blank. Complain that black women are materialistic, but then go date Becky, Rebecca, Marietta, whatever and then turn around and get finessed and bamboozled by them, but then you'll be like, hey, it's cool. But that's how I know y'all don't know, nor do y'all talk to other races of men, because they will sit here and they will tell y'all that they women do the same shit.
Exactly. Please go down in the comment section and share your thought. Love to know what you think about this conversation, this video, down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful. You're on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thought. It's a safe space. We're not here to tussle. We're here for conversation. Okay, so like there's so many things he said that does not make sense. Talking about how a black American woman loves very materialistic. Like, have you seen Nigerian women? Because sometimes when they talk about, oh, African women, they are so submissive. Oh, have you seen an African woman? Have you seen a Nigerian girl? Were raised that a man was supposed to take all the money from the man. So I don't get it. I don't like it, especially coming from black men. And I feel like this cut across all culture, especially black men, both in America, the African American ones, the African ones. They usually feel like the women, their women, it's not good enough. But when it's like a mixed race person, um, a white person, then they had more value. Like, oh, white women don't stress. Da, 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 da. Nigerian men do it too. Yes, especially the ones they've traveled out of the country and they have access to mixed race and different culture and different ethnicity. They usually feel like black women are not good enough. They usually feel like their women back home are not good enough. And this has even raised the whole conversation where I feel like a man, like when they talk about women in general, I don't like it when they just put women in boxes, especially African American women. They just say, oh, they're aggressive, they are this. Why wouldn't they be aggressive when most of the time they are home by themselves with the kids, raising the kids? So why wouldn't they be very defensive? Why would they be very protective? Why wouldn't they be very strong, harsh when most of these men are either in jail or they choose to be a deadbeat dad or a deadbeat husband? So I don't get it. When they say, oh, so she should be soft and allow things to happen to her and her household when she can step up. And the other, I think she's a doctor, the other woman breaking down why sometimes this is why the culture, the Black American culture, Black people interact, because we have a lot of trauma that we've not unpacked. And you guys know, if you've been on this channel, you know that's something I like. I say it almost every day because I feel like that's the watchword in this community and on this channel is that as women, go do the work. One thing I've come to realize is that as women, when you are in a healed place, you see things for what they are. You're very intentional. You are in a clear space and you know your triggers. You know exactly what you want out of life. Then you know the type of man you want to be with. But when you're walking and when you're moving in the place of where you are still moved and still control, and your trauma is what leads you and navigate, because whether we like it or not, that is what our trauma does for us. When you are still in that space, when you've not identified your trauma, you've not tried to process it, you've not tried to heal from it, you settle for things like sometimes you even trauma bond with some of these cycles and you end up with them and you find out that they treat you like trash, and then you're asking yourself, why do I keep attracting bumps and all that? But no, when you're in that place where you've healed your trauma, and this is why it's a big thing for me, like it's a big thing because that's something I have done. I'm not telling you people what I have not done, okay? That's something I've done, and I realize how much I have changed, my life has changed, and even the way I move in life has changed, and even the things I attract and the things I want, how it has changed. And that's why it is a big deal. And as I would say generally, as a Black community, generally, both the African Americans, the Africans, the Caribbean, we sweep our trauma under the carpet. We try to ignore it. We try to say it doesn't exist. There are lots of people in Nigeria, in my country. I talk about Nigeria a lot because that's where I'm raised and that's my society. They don't want to believe that they have trauma. When you tell them that this response they are giving might be coming from a place of trauma, they'll tell you trauma where what caused it. I'm telling you this is and they don't understand that the way you're raised, your childhood, your parents, the environment, the society has shaped us and shaped our mind and has traumatized us to who we are right now. And you need to do a lot of unpacking, especially when you know you're not in the best version of yourself. But a lot of time, most people don't want to identify with that. And then this man that is coming and is talking about, the thing is that I don't even want to talk about him because he doesn't even get what he's saying, talking about how other women treat him like king, da 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 da, and yet he's single, and yet he has never been married. It doesn't make sense. So if you are that good man that does not ask for anything, that just provides and all that, and have met these amazing non-Black women that treat you like king, why don't you have one by your side? And I don't understand why people that have not really been in a committed relationship are being asked committed relationship question. I feel like this is where, like, podcasters, let's drop it. And you guys know how I feel personally about relationship with a man and even marriage as a whole. I personally, I believe that if a lot of us can really unpack our trauma, do the work, and then we're coming from a place of healing, a place of what we're trying to be a better version of ourselves, and then we're honest to ourselves and to whoever we are interested in, both male, female. I feel like we could have a healthy relationship. But at this time, 2025, where a lot of people are moving with a lot of baggage and trauma, and very, very manipulative, are very controlling, are very delusional, I don't think we're going to have a healthy relationship, or I'm going to be a strong advocate for a relationship. See, we are, as human beings, we deserve a healthy relationship, but not a toxic one. And this is why I'm telling women, I'm not telling anybody not to get into a relationship, but get into a relationship from a place where you are in a healed place or in a healing place, being a better version of yourself, so that you know exactly what you want and demand that you be. And if you're not being treated the way you want, you can walk away, and you know you are okay for yourself, you're content by yourself, you can be your whole self. And those all scared of where they're trying to scare black women, I'm so happy that a lot of black women are having conversation and are being self-sufficient, where they are trying to be the best version of themselves. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section, share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this amazing conversation down in the comment section. But as always, keep it respectful. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl, yeah? So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.